Okay, we're recording. Welcome to the team call, you guys. All right, I'm just gonna take this because I'm hot. So I have chalk on my sweatshirt, and I was recording a module earlier, and I was like, that's really not appropriate, but you guys love me as I am. So it's hot in my office. So, hi, it is Wednesday, February 20th. Are we at the 20th already? It's amazing.
21st.
21st. Oh my Lord. Okay. It's 21st. We're rocking this. So you guys, I do have something that like I am ready to train on and remind on and teach on that I'm willing to go there for, but I wanted to ask if anybody needs anything specific because I can pivot. And if somebody's like, I need help, then we're here to help. Thoughts, questions? No? You want to hear me train?
Yeah.
We're talking business tonight. We're talking about purposeful business. We're talking about honesty within running your own business. And we're talking about actually building your business the way you really want. And we're not, we're just going there. We're just going there because it's on my heart. So here's the thing, friends. First and foremost, do you know that you are running? No. Do you know that you're running a business? Yes, we'll start there.
Yes.
Yes. Do you know that that's a job?
Yes.
Just let it sink in. Like, just think about it for a second. Like, because we use the term all the time, like, I started a business, I'm running my business, my Beachbody business. We talk about that all the time. You hear people talking about that all the time. In the business, right? As if it's like this big entity that doesn't require work. It's just in the business. And people think about the business as being like the, you know, that, oh, the top coaches are running the business, right? Like, I'm in the business and I'm expecting the residual income to happen, but I'm not actually working a job. Different perspective, isn't it? Kind of tell me what feelings you get. I'm just super curious. You can comment if you don't want to like say them out loud, but you can comment in the chat box. I'm just curious as to like what comes up and why we make the distinction and why we like use the word business and not job.
Can I talk out loud?
You sure can.
I think that because I actually like thought on this a lot over the past couple of weeks, like last month, because I think that a lot of us join businesses like this or do this to not be in a job.
Yes.
I know like that, I know Jillian, for you, that was like a big thing to get out of your job. And for me, that's a big goal of mine, is to get out of my regular job. So I think that a lot of times, like, it's like, they can't be the same thing. And so you think that you're just going to be in this business and not really do anything. Like, you know, I wake up at 4 a.m. to go to my job as a nurse, you know, and I come home at 9 o'clock and whatever. And like, but I don't do that for this job, for this business.
Right.
Yeah. So it doesn't feel like that, because I think for that reason, you kind of don't want it to be like that.
Right.
In a way. But yeah.
No, that's really good. And I really like that how you said that you don't want it to be a certain way. So we come into this business kind of like with two different mindsets, right? One, like, holy crap, that's available to us. Like all of those things, like, you guys, have you actually gone in and watched the videos in the compensation plan? Have you actually gone in and read through all that's freaking available to us by way of Beachbody coaching? Okay, so first of all, if you haven't done that, that's your top priority. Because you're doing this, but you don't know what's available to you. You don't know all the opportunities that are there for you. Do you know how many team cycle bonuses you can earn? Do you know where you have to be in order to actually create what? Do you know what the quarterly bonuses are typically for different ranks along the way? these are all things, you guys, it's out there. It's available for you. So in terms of, I mean, a lot of people are really motivated by that, and with good reason. It's life-changing, right? So like, that's all there and available. So it's like, that's the first thought process of like, oh my gosh, I can create all that. And I can create all that by following the systems that my upline has given me, that the back office has available for me, that everybody else has available to them. And some people are making it work and some people aren't. Like, so there's that first like mind blowing, like, holy crap. But then there's the, I don't want mentality. I don't want this to feel like that. Right? So like, holy crap, that's available. And okay, so holy crap, I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to associate this business with the feelings that I had in that job. Right? So do you feel the two different mentalities there? And for many, you experience both of them. And that's okay. So, but my question to you is, what do you want out of this business? You don't have to answer it out loud. That can be rhetorical. But what do you want out of this business? And are you willing to put in the work required by the job to attain those business goals? Yes? Do you follow? So are you willing to actually remind yourself that yes, this is a business that you're growing, but it's a job. It's your job. If you want to create all that's available to you, you do the work of the job, right? And it's actually, like Colleen said, it doesn't feel like a job, right? Because like if you're having fun with it, and so that's the other side of it. Like, you guys, this can be flipping fun. This can be creative. This can be life-changing. And in fact, it already is on a number of levels for you. I know that for you, right? You all know that. You all have experienced that in many different ways. But you get to create this your way. But I just, I think people get really fluffy and sugarcoaty when they talk about like, I'm building this business. It's like, are you? Are you? Maybe you are. But are you doing what the job requires in order to build the business? Make sense? So let me pose a couple things to you. And I'm going to be super raw and vulnerable, like here with you, because like you deserve it. You deserve like the honest thought processes and the honest, like actual goings on of people. So you will hear people all the time like saying, hold on. I have like my wires crossed right here. You'll hear people all the time saying, okay, it's super easy to build this business. You just do X, Y, and Z, right? You hear that all the time. That's not necessarily true sometimes. Right? But you hear it's easy. So you assume it should be easy. So when it doesn't feel easy to you, you feel bad. You don't feel like you're doing something right. Right? Am I right? So, and I will tell you guys, like I used to, in previous like Beachbody life, because you get to reinvent yourself all the time, you guys, in life, in business, in what you do for business and how you're showing up in business. I, for a lot of my Beachbody career, was hitting Success Club 20 something every single month and looking here and telling you guys like, just do X, Y, and Z. And my fairy tale that I came up with in my head was that I had to do that, because if I didn't do that, then I would be a poor leader, because people will only do it because they know it's possible because I'm doing it. You guys, I have had to call myself out on that, because here's the thing. What I was telling you then, and I still stand by everything that I was doing then as I was creating those numbers for myself, worked. And I gave you the exact, like, oh my gosh, I gave you the step-by-step process. And I told you it was easy for me because I had done it. Now, I had created in my head that it was important for me to do that because nobody else was going to do it if I wasn't doing it. That wasn't true. Because here's the thing, you all have the ability to do your job in the way that best serves you and best serves your business, whether or not I do it. Whether or not anyone else in the upline does it, whether or not anyone else in the downline does it. It's you, your job responsibilities, right? So on the flip side, I'm going to be like, here it is. Like, for what, so I got to finish my thought process there. Hitting high Success Club numbers like that at that time was what was important to me. And I was doing job responsibilities that would allow for me to do that every single month. I was really consistent with it. It was really a top priority for me. And I was getting out of my job what I wanted to be getting at that point. Now, for me now, you guys, I didn't hit Success Club last month. I've been in this business for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years at the beginning of March, and I didn't hit Success Club. And I know that hitting Success Club is directly correlated with business growth. So when I ask you of what do you want for your business, I want you to check yourself and ask yourself, are you doing what's necessary to give you what you want? Because to be perfectly honest, and here is where this is probably not going to be a popular conversation among like my upline, maybe, I don't know. Actually, I know that a couple know this and would cheer me on for actually just telling you the God's honest truth. Like, quite honestly, where I am with my business right now, that's not a priority for me. And it still almost makes me want to like throw up to say that, because we've been pre-programmed to say like, hit Success Club. This is what you need to do. Boom, 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 boom. Here's the thing, you guys. If hitting Success Club to you, if helping 3 to 5 people every single month is important to your business and your job based on what you want out of the business, you're going to do it. If it's not, then stop putting so much freaking pressure on yourself because you're told that that's what you need to do. Right? If it's just not in alignment with what you want out of your business. Now, I know that if I'm not hitting those numbers, I'm not growing my business. But if not growing my business that quickly is in alignment with what I want and what I need right now, that's okay. Oh, is that like a weight off anybody else's shoulders? Or are you all like, you're freaking crazy? Maybe a combination of both. I'm hoping my message is getting across clear though. Like it is so important for you guys it is so important for all of us to stop assuming that we need to have the goals of everybody else around us when our business is not being built by anybody else but us. I cried myself to sleep so many months worrying that I wasn't going to hit Success Club when that was an utmost priority for me, because that's what I wanted for my business. So I worked for it. But you know what? When last month came and went and I didn't hit Success Club, I woke up with a feeling of peace on the first of the month, because I knew that I had made those choices, that I wasn't doing all that was necessary to hit those numbers. Because my business, that's not what I wanted out of my business at that time. Does that make sense? Colleen says, hi, Amanda. I know I saw Amanda just popped on. I know for me personally, I have stepped back quite a bit lately because I have had so many other things going on and I need to focus on right now. That doesn't mean I don't want to build my business. I just haven't made it a huge priority this month, but I'm okay with it right now. God bless you. God bless you, Colleen. Because here's the thing. Your business won't grow. Your business won't grow. Your business won't grow if you are not doing the things that you need to do to grow it, right? Like that's just the fact of it. But if it's not in alignment with what you actually want or need, you guys, we've got to stop subscribing to the fact that we've got to force it. So I'm going to tell you something that I wish I had, I probably did here, but I wasn't open to at the time. And you may or may not be open to this, but I'm going to say it because I think it's important to say it and remind you, you guys, this whole thing, like life and all the things that we fill it with, is not supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be hard. Hang on, I've got a really good quote here somewhere. Right here. This is not supposed to be hard work. This is not about effort. It's about alignment. So getting really crystal clear on what it is you actually want and doing the things that are in alignment with that matters. You want to grow a successful Beachbody business, then you bet your bottom dollar you better put in the work to grow the business. I see people all the time, you guys, making these amazing posts, like inspiring the world, but with 0 Success Club points. They're not actually doing the job. They're doing part of it, but they're not showing up to grow the business by doing the job responsibilities to do so. They're doing some of them, but they're hiding behind those because they're not doing all of them. And then I see others who get so stressed out and they come and they say, oh my gosh, I'm so far away from Success Club. Why are you stressing yourself out about it if it's not in alignment, if you're not willing to do the job responsibilities? Now, we've all had those tough months, right? We've all had the months where like seriously 7,000 people have said no to you. But like also we've had the months that like seriously 7 people have said no to me and I'm sitting at Success Club 4 and I'm not willing to ask anybody else, right? Like we've had those months. So friends, it's not supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be in congruence with what you want. You want to achieve big dreams. You want to grow a massive income. You want to support a ton of people. Do it. Do the things necessary to get that done. But A, have fun with it. B, give yourself grace and remember that your goals do not have to be the same as my goals. C, remember that Beachbody has created these things like Success Club, like the leadership ladder, like rank advancements to reward you along the way of doing business building activities. Those are there. That's not even like, that's almost like a thanks for the extra incentive to like do what I'm supposed to do to grow this business. But guys, like get really crystal clear. And I want you to know, like, it's funny. Like I've heard people make people feel bad about not doing the things and like try to talk them into doing the business building things, right? We've all been in those situations before where people are trying to talk you into doing the business building things. And I've heard people trying to like talk you out of them based on where they are, right? So if there's a coach that like has decided not to really grow the business anymore, they may talk down upon things to make you feel like, oh, well, should I be growing the business anymore, right? Like, or I've heard coaches be like, oh my gosh, you're not doing those things. Like, why aren't you hitting these numbers, and making people feel bad about not hitting the numbers when like that person's just not ready to hit the numbers. So my main message here is, do you know all that's available to you by way of growing a Beachbody business? And are you willing to do the things necessary to treat this business like the job that you want? Maybe the job you want is to hit Success Club 20 every month. Maybe the job that you want is to hit Success Club 2. Be really freaking present with the job you are willing to put in the responsibilities for, and own it. Own it for you. It's your business. It's not mine. It's not your upline or your downline. It's yours. And if you see your leaders doing, not hitting high numbers, doing things a certain way, that doesn't mean that you get to say, well, they're not doing it, so I'm not doing it. No, you know your own rules. You know how to grow this in congruence with you. It's time to get honest within yourself with what you want. Take the pressure off and show up for the job that you want to have. I always loved the quote, don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job you want. I think that's a really important one here, right? And it has nothing to do with anybody else. Dress for the job you want. You guys, do the responsibilities necessary to gain the job you want to have. Donna said, I just needed to hear that I am a great coach regardless of those points that I want, that I have to work for. It is my responsibility to work, but I'm still a loving coach. You are. And here's the thing, you guys, like, there are coaches that run amazing groups, and hitting Success Club with those groups is not a priority, right? Like, they run the groups. They're doing Beachbody coaching activities, but they're not selling challenge packs. There are people that sell 50 challenge packs a month, right? Like, so what do you want? And are you willing to do what's necessary in order to create what you want? I'll tell you, a couple years ago, I wanted to be hitting high Success Club numbers. I wanted to have groups that were enormous. Right now, where I am within my life, and you guys, Jillian from a year ago is literally like pooping her pants right now because she can't believe these words are coming out. But you know what? Like, I'm speaking honestly. And it's so easy, in any network marketing company, to get into these yes, like people type modes, like yes, whatever you say. And it's easy to say the same things as your upline is saying. It's easy to say the same like cool jargon and lingo that's being tossed around now. It's easy to do that, you guys. It's not easy to be honest when it's not in congruence with what everybody else is saying. But if there's one thing that I can freaking teach you, it's that you're all flipping amazing. You're all incredible human beings. And I hope that you are building a business that is in alignment with what you actually want. And right now in my life, I don't have a want to hit high Success Club numbers. Previous Jillian just threw up in the corner, right? Like, but that's okay, because this current Jillian is standing really resolute in that. It doesn't mean that I don't appreciate myself any less. It actually means that I honor myself even more, that I'm willing to be honest with myself. And you guys, I honor everything that this business has done for me and taught me, but it's also taught me, and Lindsay, you like really helped me with this, that like, this business has helped me to step into who I am. It's helped me to really ask the questions of like, oh gosh, like I'm growing as a person, like a whole soul, like all of it's growing. And I'm grateful that, because who knows where I would be without this. Probably still crying on the scale, thinking that I'm a horrible human being because my negative self-talking demons would not shut up. That's probably where I'd be. Okay. Somebody else has to talk, because there's no way I can keep going with this and we're not ending the call on that note. So someone else can take the floor for a little bit.
I'll talk for a second. Mm-hmm. This totally was what I needed to hear.
Oh, thank God.
Everything. I've been very like business focused for the past couple months, and I'm okay with that. Like, I am okay with that. That's what I want to be going on. However, I know the next steps for me in this business is to hit diamond, or to become diamond. And I've been really focused on that. And there's like 2 other coaches on Instagram that we've chatted before, and they're like not even in this team at all.
Yeah.
but all three of us are kind of in the same spot, and both of them hit diamond 2 weeks ago. And I'm kind of like, well, okay, cool. I'm back here. So, you know, with my coaches, I have awesome coaches right now, and some are starting out, some are just kind of figuring out what to do. And I felt pressured to be like, okay, this is what you need to do this. But like, yeah, am I really like deep down, it's like my number one goal to become diamond? No, like it's cool. It'd be great. And that's someday I'm going to get there. But I like much rather my coaches enjoy the process of being a coach and enjoy helping others and like enjoy hanging out with me. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be like, oh, well, Hannah needs me to become emerald so she can become diamond. Like, no, I don't want that. And I feel like before this call, that's how I have been viewing things. Like, okay, I'm just going to tell them to do this, they'll do this, and then I'll become diamond. But like, no, that's not what I want. I want all of us to have a flipping great time doing this job and business and like do it the right way.
Yeah. And you get to define what the right way is for you, right? So like, I mean, on the other side, you know that you could go out, and if hitting diamond was like oh no, this is actually number one priority, then you don't have to talk your coaches into doing anything. You go out and you find more coaches. Like, that's the beauty of it all. And those are job requirements, right? So you are doing an inventory of like, okay, and this is it right here. This is my goal, but this is what I want to feel on the way to achieving it. There's no right or wrong way, you guys. I went diamond really freaking quick. Really, really quick. But I did it in a way that I felt good the whole way through. I have had times in my business where I haven't felt good about achieving something or other, because I felt like it was too like, okay, like if this person will just go active over here and act like, and you know what? Maybe there's a time and a place for it. I'm not putting anyone down who does that, and I don't regret anything, because we always act within integrity, right? Like always, always, always. But just recognize like why your goals are what they are. Are they actually what you want? And if not, then what do you want? How do you want to feel as you achieve that? Hannah, thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing that with us. That was hugely helpful. And you guys, these business goals are freaking awesome. It is awesome to hit diamond. It is awesome to hit 5-star. It is awesome to go elite. Like, don't downplay those things for yourself. But also, like, make sure it all happens for you the way that you want it to. Maybe that includes a push season. Maybe it includes stepping back and like, but remember, no matter what, even if push season or not, it's not supposed to be hard work. Lots of breathing going on here. Who else? Anyone else? Does anyone want to share anything? Ask anything? You guys, like, I'm an open book. I'm an open book. You can ask me anything and I will share it with you. I have no water left to drink, so I'm just going to sit here and not like do the Jillian like drinks of water so somebody else talks. Like, I have no water left, so I'm just going to sit here and stare at you. Reading the chat. All right, you don't have to. Lindsay, do you want to say anything? Lindsay, I feel like always like says something.
No, I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, what do I want to share? Nothing. I don't really have anything to say. But I appreciate you. I mean, we've talked about this personally, so I think I kind of already knew what was on your mind here. But I appreciate you sharing it with I don't know, you and Hannah. Like, I mean, I think the thing that's so great about this team is that we are just honest with each other, and we have to be. Like, that's what this is all. This isn't, I don't know. I mean, I know that there's strategy in business and it's a business and, you know, those kinds of things. But I think at the end of the day, like, the thing that I appreciate so much about all of you guys and Jillian, you as a leader, is that like we we can be honest with each other, and we can like actually share our hearts, and there's not any rules, and you know, we're not in that space of like, this is how it's supposed to be and this is the only way. Like, we're all very different, we're all doing very different things, and we're all very aware of the fact that like we're allowed to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. And I've always appreciated that about this team. Like, I feel like this is how it's always been. Like, I've always felt that way. Like, you know, and at times, like having certain goals for myself, like, and, you know, not hitting them or like doing whatever, like, I've always felt like, okay, like, this is me, like, I'm doing this, like, and, you know, from a team perspective, from a leader perspective, like, we've all given each other the tools to be able to do that, which to me is like amazing. Like, I've been able to like teach myself what I've wanted to learn, and also get help from everyone around me, but like, you know, and just do it my way and do it in a way that feels really good. And like, on the times that doesn't feel good, you take a step back, you know?
Yeah.
So I just think that that's something that like should be celebrated tonight. Like, within this team, like, that's how we've always been. We've always been open and honest with each other. We've always been supportive of like wherever we're at. And I know, like, Jillian, like, you and I have had personal conversations, like, and you've just asked me straight up, okay, like, what is it that you want right now? Because I can tell you what to do if you're in a push season, and I can tell you what to do if you're not.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell you, you know, I can help you and guide you if you're, you know, working from that feminine energy, or I can guide you from the masculine energy. And like, I don't know, I think that's great, because we have to do what's right for us at whatever season of life we're in. So,
and that's actually a really good point for Hannah too. Like, Hannah, you've got your goals, but like, also ask your coaches what they want, right? Like, do they want to be pushed? Do they want to know how to get to Emerald quickly? Do they want to know those things? Do they not? You know, like, ask the question, you guys, because like, just my goal may not be to hit Success Club 20 right now, but Aislinn Beer is over there hitting like Success Club 1,000,000, and you bet your flipping bottom that I am cheering her on, providing her whatever support she needs to do that, right? Like, so we all are running our own businesses. The other thing that I want to mention and just remind you, and this will be like the last bit, Linz, thank you. Thank you for all that feedback. That's really, you're amazing. I love you. You guys, we're part of a network marketing company, right? Like, on a grander scale, we are network marketers. That's cool. That's a thing now, you guys. It's not just like, I'm a Beachbody coach. Yes, you are. Yes, we happen to think that our network marketing company is awesome, but there are incredible network marketers out there that you can learn from. They're all set up basically the same way. On one of my podcast episodes, Shana Recker, if you don't subscribe to my podcast, go subscribe and listen to that one. She is an incredible network marketer, and she's built another business. She's kind of done what I'm doing, right? Like, Beachbody and life coaching, business coaching. She does, I don't know that I can actually say hers, because well, I think I can. Yeah, I can. She does Arbonne, and she's very, very high up in hers. She's at the top level of hers, top of the compensation plan, and she's created another business about network marketing, about how to utilize all that's available to you as a network marketer. So go learn that type of stuff too. Get outside perspectives.
yes, Hannah. Oh, sorry.
Get Over Your Damn Self is a book by an author that does Rodan Fields. Awesome. That's perfect. I was just reading the other ones. That's a good, yeah. Like, you guys, this is a thing. Think about it. Like, real estate people read books that bankers write because they're all in the same general field, right? Go learn from other network marketing professionals. See what they have to say. You'll see that there's a lot of alignment in terms of how we do what we do, but they may be able to give you a different perspective that's more in alignment with like what you need to hear at the time. because it's a business. It's a type of business that there is. It's a like a brand of business, a flavor of business, if you will. Flavor of business.
That's a good way to say it.
I'll take that flavor and that flavor. Anyone else enjoying refeed day for 80-day obsession?
I know it's not on refeed, but I'm sorry, a potato donut, I'm going to make that a refeed.
I had macaroons, actually. I made those refeed stuff.
Yes.
Lynn made Fixate donuts and she liked them. But yeah, I would have totally eaten a potato donut too. You guys are just lucky that I didn't have a glass of wine and make that. I had wine.
I ate Oreos for breakfast the other day, so I skipped refeed day today.
It's fine. I had wine this past weekend and I did not skip refeed day today. But I have openly said that I'm following this plan mostly because within my own demons. So we'll just finish this off with this story because I feel like this is a cool, like little, like real life story. Like, so my own demons are such that I have proven I will do a program to a T. And then I've proven that I will do completely the opposite of all. I will do a program to the T, and then I will do 2 months of doing nothing but drinking wine and eating chocolate. Like, I've proven that I can do both of those. What I need to focus on right now for me and my soul is really doing both, and doing both in a way that's sustainable and feels good. Doesn't feel pressure filled. Basically it's learning how to actually be moderate with doing all things at one time. Rather than like, so picture like the champagne flute and the dumbbell, rather than like constantly doing one arm and then getting so fatigued and so exhausted that I can't possibly lift it again. So I just constantly lift the other arm. That is the best example to show you like into Jillian's world, like what I've been doing my entire life. It's like, okay, I'm going to do both. A little bit more of the weightlifting than the wine drinking, like a lot more of this, but like that moderation is something that it's been a struggle for me my entire life. And I am like, holy cow, like what else do you want to know? Can I just like lay down on my therapy couch for you guys tonight?
I love it. Keep it coming.
But yeah, so that's me.
We've all been dying to know what's been going on in your brain. Right?
Go listen to my podcast. I tell it all there. No, but so that's been my thing, right? So I'm not following what has been prescribed by other people. Maybe other people would think I'm crazy for doing it this way and not following it to a T, but you know what? I know I can. I did Shift Shop. You all saw my results. I was lean, mean, and fighting machine then, but it's not worth it to me to do that and then just go way to the other side and feel horrible after that. So it's just, there's no pure happiness in just doing one way for me. And again, that's my story. That's not yours. You may be like, later girl, I'm going to go drink my active recovery and get up and do everything to a T tomorrow, and go girl, do that if that's what you need right now. If that's what you are being called to do, if that's what you're proving to yourself that you can do. Right now, I'm proving to myself that I can be, and I can do both.
Can I just tell you guys, the struggle is really, really real for me right now. I have 27 boxes of Girl Scout cookies on my kitchen table. I love Thin Mints. Those are like the devil to me. I love them. I haven't eaten any, but they're there, and the temptation is very, very real. So I am understanding of the struggle at this particular moment in time.
So ask yourself what you want, Colleen. What you want and what you need, right? I'm not saying like go open a sleeve, because you know too, if perhaps you're in the mindset like that sleeve opens, they're all going down, and that's not going to feel good, right? Mm-hmm. So like then like, yeah, it's a struggle to stay on this side of it, but it's going to be even more of a struggle if you go way to the other side. So I'm with you. You're amazing. And just, I mean, ask yourself what it is you need and stick with your truth.
It's definitely not Girl Scout cookies that I need right now. Definitely. I know this.
So then you get to release it. Like, oh hey there, Thin Mints, I see you. See you over there, but enjoy your trip to somebody else's house that does need you, right? Like,
yes.
maybe you should, like, what if you enlisted them to be a part of your team? Pretend they're cheering you on during your workouts. That's what the Thin Mints are there for. They're not there to be consumed by you. They're there to be your teammates. I freaking kid you not, you guys. I've had some really massive breakthroughs in this brain of mine lately. And like rewiring things like that is just, I'm all for. So what if you literally, Colleen, had a conversation with them and said, okay, Thin Mints, thank you so much for serving me in the way that you have in the past. You've tasted delicious. You've really been a treat for me, but that no longer serves me right now. Thank you for doing that, but I would like to offer you a new job. Would you like to be my cheerleader? Would you like to be on my team? Right now, I can't consume you. That doesn't do anything for me, but I would still like to have you in my life, and I'd like to up-level you to offer you this upgraded job. How do you feel about that?
I like that idea. That's so cute.
It works. It works. Not kidding. It's huge. So go ask them to be on your team. Colleen's like, all right, I like it. I can see it. You're like, that could work. I swear to God it works. I do it every single day.
Who's on your team?
So I know I've mentioned my podcast like 3 times, but seriously, go listen to my episode on Friday where I literally talked about how my demons were showing up in this. I'll give you the really shortened version of it, and then we're going to get off because what time is it? It's getting late. So I was at my retreat, my business retreat with my life and business coach business. And I was there, and all of these huge, amazing, like up-leveling revelations happened. And I just know, that I'm at the next level. Like I'm ready to serve on a much grander scale. Like, and I'm there. I'm not even just working toward it anymore. I'm there. But all of these old demons, these old, episode 41, what was it that one? I think it was that one. Yeah. So all of these old demons started coming up in a really real way. Things that I thought that I released a long time ago. So about my body, about body image, self-loathing, self-hating, all the stuff. So I hired my friend who's a confidence coach, and we worked through a lot of stuff. And I discovered that I've lived my life in that either or place that I was just telling you about for my entire life. And God bless you. We walked through like this really deep meditative thing where essentially I got to invite my demon, I thought, to the table. And she calls it a gremlin. Some people call it a mean girl. It's like that crappy bitchy voice that like is just like your number one, like, oh. So I invited her to the table, and she broke into 2. Literally in my meditative state, she split into 2 versions of me. One was right after college, when I was really overweight, and right before I started, but I was always fit and I was always really athletic and I was always healthy, but I just was, not healthy. I wasn't healthy. I was overweight. So there was she was either, and then the girl who lost 40 pounds from running and eating healthy, AKA eating like 800 calories a day out of like packages so she could count her calories, and stepped on a scale, crying herself to sleep every night and bawling on the scale. So that's or, right? So it was either an or. Literally, I split into 2. My demons split into 2. So they were either an or. And I got to offer them the new job. And she turned into me now, and she gets to be and. So my person is And. My teammate, my cheerleader is And I literally call her And I actually, when I wake up in the morning, I say, good morning, And. Do you want to go downstairs? Do you want to journal? Like, let's go. We're going to go work out. How do you feel about that? And I check in with And throughout the day. And she helps me and she keeps me accountable. And she tells me like, oh no, you actually do want that glass of wine. You're not trying to numb. You actually do want that glass of wine. And no, you actually don't right now. Like she's a good guidance system for me, and she doesn't put me down anymore because she got a new job. Because she said yes to her new job. So there you go. You all have an And in you. And I will plug my friend Kelsey Abbott. You can find her through me on Facebook, but she's an incredible person and somebody worth talking to if you need to release stuff like that. Oh, okay. Well, nice talk, kids. Thanks for all of this. I really hope that this was helpful. I just felt like I needed to come with like Jillian, like real talk, like honest talk, and like help you to ask the questions. Like, are you doing the things that you are going to grow your job the way you really want them to? And if you're not, guess what? You get to pivot and start that right now. Love you, Hannah. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to go to bed. Because who else gets up at freaking 4 a.m.? Who else is up at 4 a.m.? I know. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay. I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Nope. Because sleep is important. Talked about that in another podcast episode. Jesus, I'm done. I love you. Bye. Bye.